I don't think Steve-O ended up doing it, but that was his plan. Did you ever see that?
I recall that. I can't remember.
I'm gonna get some implants. I'm gonna get breast implants for a year. That was what he said he was gonna do, and I don't think he ever did it. Because I was telling my mom about it. I was like, Mom, you didn't know this? Steve-O got boobs, and then I looked it up, and it didn't. He didn't actually go through with it, which is a bummer because he was really the farthest I think he's ever went with like body modification is he waxed his eyebrows for a while. So he would just be on YouTube videos and not having eyebrows, and you're like, what's up with Steve-O?
If it was like funded, if I got a grant, I would get tits. As long as I didn't have to like.
Would you keep them though? Or would you just do it as a bit?
It would be temporary. I would have to be compensated, and I would do it as a scientist. You know, I wouldn't want to change my nipples. I have the same nipples. I'm a fan of those. But I would want to see if my life changed if I was breasty. Still facial. Everything else the same.
Well, your life would change for sure. I mean, your life's not going to be the same.
It would either be hate crimes or love crimes. You know? I would either be getting...
I'm guessing both.
Yeah, beaten up and beaten off. Yeah,
I'm guessing what you're going to get... You're not going to get like a representation of the female experience per se, but you will get a unique experience. I think that you're going to...
That we can agree on wholeheartedly. It would be a unique experience. Yeah. It would be new. It would be new for me to...
I wouldn't want to say that that's you understanding what it's like to be a woman. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not. You're a guy who just got breast implants, and now you're experiencing the world reacting to that. Whereas like a woman, I feel like just you got that. You carry it with you from the day you're born. Right. Whereas your problems are going to be really unique. Your problems are going to be like, I feel like you're going to get some guys who like you just because of that story.
Yeah, because nothing changes. I just have just one. I'm like, hey, I'm hairy. What's up?
Like there's some guy out there who's like, oh my God, just a hairy dude who did breast implants. Like that's his vision of the perfect.
Well, I have a lot of chest hair too. So
you keep it. You keep it all.
You would keep that. That would be. I would like that to. I would have like.
It's like a social experience.
I would have like juicy cleavage with like really thick chest, like Austin Powers chest hair. You know, it's C cups, like now, nothing crazy. Like
you sound like I think you'd be prime for this because I think you're somebody who I think you understand that you not only do you want breasts, you want good breasts, right? Like you don't want,
but humble, not a normal, just nice breast. Enough.
What's the size you're thinking about?
I'm thinking a C cup.
Okay.
Like so, like big enough where like I go out into the world and people are like, I think that gentleman has breasts. Where people have to ask my situation.
Did you ever see the elementary school teacher who got the breast implants? I can't.
No.
I don't know if it was a troll or not. That's like I'm pretty sure it was a troll because the whole thing is so ridiculous. Like it's an elementary school teacher who got like ridiculously large breast implants. Like I'm talking drooping down to here, and it's like, and that the whole thing was, I think that they were doing it as like a troll because they knew the elementary school wasn't going to fire them because it would look socially wrong for them to fire them. And so they were doing it as like a chess move, like, oh, look at me. I'm a teacher with these ginormous breasts and I look like a man and I got you guys because you can't fire me.
That's interesting.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was, just because I can't fully remember the story. But if you guys look up the picture, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
it's a very like it's like somebody who has to be messing with you.
Look up elementary school giant breasts.
It pops right up.
You look that up.
Elementary school teacher breast implant. That's what I would say. But he's close. He's close.
Big tit kid. The tech isn't there yet, but an interesting.
I just think it's funny.
Counter example would be like, what if I were an elementary school teacher and the technology was there and I got like a 3-foot penis you could just see through my jeans no matter what I wore?
That would be the same.
It's like well, but only I just want to have a 3-foot penis.
You got to start as a girl. That's the whole point. He started as a guy and he did that. So you got to start as a girl and do it. Like a female teacher has to get a 3-foot dick inside of their pants.
Well, that brings out, that's an entirely new classification. But if I had my 3-foot penis,
I feel like it's got to be huge. You said,
oh yeah, it's got to be, because it has to be the point where it's like you're not wearing tight pants to show it off. it has to be like the large breast. There's no way of avoiding my penis. But it's just, I'm not being sexual. There's a way to have a 3-foot penis without being sexual.
Exactly. I think that was a Jackass thing. Well, it was kind of, because it was the old guy, but his balls were hanging out.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of the same.
Yeah.
It's like, we can't ignore that.
I think
we're all going to try to pay attention to you, but you got the most massive bulge in the whole world.
Yeah. I think it should all be out, I think we should be able to
like, release the tit or whatever it is?
Release the Kraken? Yeah, free the nipple.
Free the nipple.
Release the titty monster. Yeah, I think free the nipple. I also think free the penis. But only for urinating purposes. Or if it's on fire and you need to, like, get it out or something.
Yeah. Does everybody remember when Justin Bieber peed inside of the mop bucket in the back of the restaurant? I think he was ahead of the curve.
No, I don't know that one.
That was like the beginning of Justin Bieber's rebel thing. Every single one of these people who gets famous early, like, they have such a trajectory, but his started pretty. It was like drag racing after that.
Yeah, it's not clocking to you that I'm pissing in buckets. Yeah,
he pissed in the bucket of a restaurant. He was in the back, and like his friends recording it with a camera.
That's sick.
This is like, I want to say post cut for Bieber. Do we remember cut for Bieber?
I was about to bring that up. That was an interesting one.
That's like, what's crazy about that is that's how we've aged as a society. Like, that would just never happen now. Like, it just wouldn't be like that. Like, because you know what it was about? It was about him smoking weed.
Yeah.
He had smoked weed, and like the whole story was like, oh my gosh, Justin Bieber's losing his innocence. Cut for Bieber. Like, if a celebrity were smoking weed now, nobody would do anything.
I think it's because the algorithms are like, it's not a good look to have children self-harming. I think that's the only reason there's no cut for Bieber.
You think it could still happen? You think it could still, like, because I almost feel like it was like a weird, I don't even know where that would even start. Like, it's such a weird thing to even happen in the first place.
I think people still have the capacity, perhaps even more so, for communal mutilation and punishment. Have you read the Gooner article?
Well,
there's an article on gooning.
Is it the guy who went through the drive-thru?
Oh, it starts with that.
Okay.
And he, but the
goonicide. It was a goonicide.
It was a goonicide. Well, like, the gooning world is like this, like, sort of esoteric spiritual death cult. They're trying to reach the goon state.
Oh my God.
And some of them are just living horrible lives, just sex toys everywhere. They masturbate 12 times a day sometimes, and they're attaining this mythical goon state. So I think but you have to go to dark corners of the internet. Cut for Bieber was different because it was just on Twitter, and the algo was like, this is doing well, so we're going to keep doing it. But so now it's on the fringes,
That's a good point.
Yeah. Like, 2 girls, 1 cup, you got to look for that now. That was easy to find.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
And, I do think, too, that the internet has been sanitized in a way that's hard to understand for people, because like, when I was a kid, it was so easy to find all that stuff. It was actually crazy how easy it was to find all that stuff. I was in a room with my friend watching Two Guys, One Hammer, being like, look at this. It's something I should not have seen. And so, but I also miss the freedom of that internet. While I think it's all terrible, where is rotten.org? Why is LiveLeak gone? Like, it's actually just gone. They got rid of LiveLeak. They're we can't do this anymore. Like, they literally posted that. And so these things still exist, but like you said, it's the fringes. It's not like they're gone, but it's like you actually do have to look for it, because before it was just everywhere. And like, what's strange about it to me now too is it's still there too in the forefront, but it's in a different context, because like, people see war videos and they see violence like that, but they see it on Twitter, but that's not the same thing to me. So like, seeing porn and like violence, like war violence and all that, while you're scrolling on social media, that's different than like when you were a kid and you had to find 2 girls, 1 cup.
Like, it's
weird if 2 girls, 1 cup, I'm scrolling and I see 2 girls, 1 cup right after I watched a video of a guy dancing to like, Nyan Cat or something. It's just crazy.
I remember like 10, 15 years ago, my friend was on Facebook and he was scrolling, and some girl he went to junior high with just posted a video, and she was like, lol, this crazy. Just a guy fucking a baby.
Dude.
And it's just like, things I think it's
Yeah.
it's just
Keep
like
it off social media.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was just
See,
closer to the Wild West. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. And now I think Twitter still has that, because like I didn't even know Twitter was that bad, but I have a friend who has like the worst side of Twitter, and he'll like tell me, "Oh my God, I see these videos," and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And then he'll show me his phone.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't even show me that.
Yeah.
Like what is it showing you? Like, how does this happen? And like it's crazy because I just see, when I'm on Twitter, I think I just see like rage bait for the most part. I don't even understand. Like I don't even like rage bait, but Twitter, that's what it thinks I like. I've never gotten to get Twitter to work for me. Yeah. TikTok just shows me like brain rot, and Twitter shows me rage bait. Facebook's kind of okay, but it's still not. It's mostly rage bait. They're all bad. I think the only one that's okay is Instagram, because it actually shows you like your friends' posts. I think it's the only thing. Yeah. And then I just ignore everything else. I've noticed my Explore page, I think it knows I'm like a single male. Carnal. Because all it shows me is pretty girls. Like, but not like when it's like girls' asses and tits and all this. It's like pretty girls' faces. So like,
oh, that's nice. That speaks well of you, because mine's tits.
Thank you.
Mine is large tits.
I can prove it right now, by the way, guys. Let me try and prove it. Let me see, because this is actually a fun socially. I actually think it's more embarrassing when you pull up your YouTube and your YouTube recommended comes up, because I think that's more revealing than Instagram.
I'm gonna guess there's gonna be 4 pictures of Sydney Sweeney on mine.
Sydney Sweeney. Oh, look at that! It's all girls, dude. I told you.
Yeah. Let's see.
I'm gonna show them first.
All 1, girls. 2.
Literally just every single one. It's actually crazy. All girls, and then one of that dude there.
I was close. I have 3 Sydney Sweeneys.
Yeah. It's all girls, man. Told you.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So let's see. What do you got here?
I got Sydney Sweeney's, and yeah, it's all, and then one esoteric absurd meme that says, "Bro, you got all the entities laughing."
Oh, that's pretty good.
But I tried so hard when I got Instagram. I only got Instagram a few years ago. I was aware of the algorithm, and I was like, I'm only gonna follow and watch comedy. I'm just getting this for comedy. But it's so, because it tracks like how much time you scroll and stop, and it was just like one picture of a beautiful woman, and then the cascade effect was just for a while when my mental health was bad.
Could you pop that door? The cat's trying to escape over there, and then just close it right after.
The cat out?
Yeah. So the mental cascade.
Oh yeah, it was and then for a while it was a mix of women with large breasts and then AI monsters.
AI monsters. Well, that's a fun twist.
Sometimes be some kind of milk monster with an Asian woman. And it's just so embarrassing, because I like to think, I'm like, well, that's not my value. But the algorithm does sort of, it knows your vices. So it's like, this is not of no interest to me. You know,
well, that's why I think even that's embarrassing, that it's all just like girls, because I mean that just says like that's what I look at, and I know it's true. Yeah, like, I know. All I want to see is a pretty girl's face. It's ridiculous.
It's so mortifying to see like my female friends' algorithms, because like one of them, it's just like, it's like I baked a cupcake. And mine's like breasts the size of a house.
Well, you know, it makes me feel better when like some dude pulls up his phone, it's just tits and ass, and I'm like, oh, like I actually, that's not what I get at all. Like I must be doing something right, because that's all he wants to see.
It's all he wants to see.
I mean, and I think that there's more to life than such a thing. Like I don't even, I just think it's kind of funny that that's what's coming up on. Like if that's all that came up on my Instagram, I would be annoyed. I'd be like, dude, what the fuck is this app? Yeah. But like for him, he's like, this is the shit.
It is the horny app. It is the horny app. And you know what I realized?
Twitter too. Like Twitter's better because there's actual porn. I didn't know this.
yeah. Twitter is quite pornographic, but Instagram is sort of deadly. I have to be very aware on Instagram, because it also, I notice it, you know, they have the stories at top, right? There's an order to the stories that they show you. And I happen to notice that it showed me who I had a crush on first. If you open my Instagram and you see what stories available, it is the people that I think are the most darling.
Really?
It does. It shows them, because I'm like, okay, well, this person is, doesn't post that much. I don't know them that well. I don't go to their account, but I must linger when I see their story because it's not my best friend's story, so I just go through. It's someone I'm like, I think you're wonderful, and it stays.
You're right. That's probably like
it's very insidious
for most people. Like that's not just you. That's what's crazy about that to me.
Yeah.
And that would make perfect sense. Because, I mean, it would be like an algorithmic reflection of your psyche in this way. Like
it is, and then it's also a dialectic where it's shaping it. It's
like both. Yeah.
You have a little glimmer of a crush on someone, and then it keeps feeding them to you like they're a object of consciousness, and then slowly you develop a parasocial relationship with people you actually know.
Right.
And then I think we get into the phenomena of the insane DMs that men send women. They're like, but I'm seeing you all the time. They're not seeing you. And then you're like, hello, because they've been in your mind for such a long, and
people will say crazy things.
People say crazy things. Before I got sober, I said so. They weren't egregious, but they were out of nowhere. Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's like, we should hang out. It's like, who are you? Who are you? I'm like, well, I think about you all the time, so that's who I am. Yeah.
See, my problem constantly, like 24/7, is I can't tell if I'm hyper conscious of such a thing or if I'm doing the right thing. Where it's like, I don't want to be too forward with like a woman, right? Because if I'm doing that, I feel like I'm going to be creepy. I don't want to come off as the guy who does that.
Yeah.
I would rather be like, it'd be a natural thing and a natural occurrence. And so I'm constantly in this thing of like, oh, well, should I even say anything remotely in that direction?
Right.
But I feel like that's like shooting yourself in the foot at the same time, because then you're never going to do anything. It's like in action 24/7.
Yeah.
And so, but I also think we're in like a world that tells you that you shouldn't do that and you probably shouldn't be so forward. And so, and I think I've just been so trained to do that I don't even know how to break out of it. It drives me insane because
I think
all I want is a wife. Oh my God, I say this. All I want is a wife, please. My wife, just come into my life. Just tell me that you're my wife and we can get this over with. Like, Stop doing this.
Are you from the Midwest?
Yes.
That's a very Midwestern attitude. It's like, wife, family, let's end this.
I'm serious. Like, I'm not joking. Can we get this over with?
Well, it is a tricky ethical question that
because I think
the modern good
and I think
man,
there's nuance, of course.
There is nuance because in a way, you could think of it as, well, the safest thing to do if we're trying to never cause any harm is to never talk to anyone.
Exactly.
But that's going to lead to a very lonely person in a lonely world.
Yeah. Well, and that's like, you could carry that into anything. Like, if you never take risks and you never take a chance, how will you ever then go anywhere? And I think just through experience, people learn you have to do that. You have to take risks and you have to do those things. If you want the results you're seeking, that's what you're going to have to do. So.
Yeah, I think I like to think that we're recorrecting, but there was, especially with, I think there was a time where, like, things like, dating and, courting are learned skills. And for a while, I was very afraid of making any mistakes at all. So it's a difficult, because you have to be able to make mistakes that aren't felonies, of course. And then, like, forgive yourself.
Don't commit a felony.
Mistakes that aren't felonies. That's my autobiography. And then be able to, like, move on and continue that. And I think, like, there's Michel Foucault talked about the Panopticon, this future where we're all watched, and the way that society is ordered is because we're being constantly surveilled, which creates this super ego in your head that monitors and judges all your actions. And that becomes crippling. And I think a lot of people have that, and, young men, I think everyone has it, but it's just like the idea that you're being watched stultifies you from committing any action. But that can't be the solution, to do nothing. That doesn't work. The world doesn't happen.
That's interesting, because, like, I like to think of it like there's two different versions of you. Like, there's the you that exists, and then there's the you that exists on your phone, on social media. Like, the you that is conveyed through that medium. Those aren't the same thing.
Yeah.
But we all think of it as the same thing.
Yeah.
And so that idea of, like, that then seeping into that regular you, That's kind of a different way of explaining it, like the super ego of the internet, because it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like that's what happens. You confuse those two things as the same thing. Like, I think we just never ever separate the two things. We never ever address that, and so we're always treating the internet like it's real, but it's not. And no one on the internet is real. Like no one acts the same way.
Yeah.
You don't. Like no one does, because you wouldn't. Like that's not how it works.
Right.
If I'm talking, that's why I would much rather talk to anybody like in real life, even than through like a video chat or something, because I feel like you just can't do the same thing. It's not going to be the same.
Right.
There's a different thing that happens when you're in the room with somebody than if you're communicating through, and that's just what it is.
Yeah.
And so then you put the internet into that.
Yeah.
Which is this hive mind of everything.
Yeah.
And then you convince everybody, because I think we're all like the stories we tell ourselves, right? So if the story you're being told is that what everybody says matters all the time, you're eventually going to believe that. But like, I don't think that was always the story. Like, I think we used to be able to accept it, like, oh, sometimes people just say crazy things and that's whatever. But now we just take
you just forget about it.
Yeah.
You'd be like, that was fucking nuts.
But now everything's on the internet and recorded forever, and just we're all so worried about it, you know? And it's like, oh my God, well, if I say this,
it's going
then
into the public record.
Every
thought is the public record.
And I think that subconsciously fucks people up. Like, even if you don't admit it, and even if you don't say it, there's this weird thing that happens where like the Overton window shifts, and we all feel like, oh, well, now we shouldn't say that, and we shouldn't say this. Yeah. And I think over time, if you don't pay attention to that, and you don't address that, and you just let it happen, you will end up not saying a whole bunch of things because you didn't even notice it happening. Like, you didn't even realize that everything was changing. And like, it's easy to look at the past and see that, but it's hard to look at the present and see that. Yeah. You know, it's easy to look at the past and be like, oh, we were so different back then. And we wouldn't do all these things. But we don't do a whole bunch of things now that we're going to look back in the future and be like, oh my God, why were we doing this and this and this and this? Sometimes I try to think about that. Like, we're in the year 2025. Imagine being in the year 2055 and thinking about it like we think about 1995. You're going to think about it so differently. But you just can't separate your mind from the present like that. It's so hard to do it. But the past is so easy. You look at the past, you're like, oh my God, we were so stupid. You look at yourself 5 years ago, you're like, oh my God, I was such an idiot.
Very confused.
Like, I think the future is a whole different thing. So I just try to think like we're always getting things wrong as a species, as a society. Hopefully we head the right direction. Like, hopefully. Yeah. Signs aren't, I don't think the signs are good. I think the signs are pointing the wrong way. I think we're just going to let the robots take over. I think Terminator was right. I think we're just going to let the robots take over. Yeah. And like write all the music and make all the things. Which is kind of cool, I guess.
Who's the music for, you know, if it's soulless. But my philosophy to get through this, you know, possible apocalypse, also apocalypse, just for us.
Ooh, we could have like an instruction manual.
Yeah, exactly. But I go by Squeakism. I'm just trying to squeak by.
Squeak by.
I'm just trying to squeak. I have one lifetime to live. I think I might be able to squeak out a few more decades.
Yeah, you know.
Be nice along the way. The rest of humanity is none of my business.
I think you got it. Well, see, the thing is, so are you thinking like kids or no?
That is. I'm not an anti-natalist. I'm not against kids. I could.
Your friend Dan Garcia is very much against children. I don't know if you saw that. I asked him what his message is for the world. He said, "Just stop the kids. Just get the kids over with. No more." Oh no, I think I asked him if he was president, what would his policy be? He said, "No more children."
No more. Okay. Xi Jinping Dan.
Figure I should just mention that.
Yeah, Mel
kids are on the tip of
I'd be up for kids, but for me, it entirely depends. I think a lot of people either want or want. If I met an awesome lady who or a guy with huge tits, you know, whatever, just me, I clone myself. I think that I could.
You from the beginning of the podcast.
I would have kids. I'd be like, I'm sorry if you know you're gonna have some bad days, but maybe the foraging society will be good. I'll do it. I'll have kids if it seems right. Really, the right thing, of course, is to just, you know, pick up a couple kids that already exist.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I want it to be my, you know, jit. You know?
Yeah.
I want it to be my little guy.
I want my jism to go into the world and become a big man or a big woman.
Right. I do want that to happen.
There's something, I think it's just innate. It's the caveman in me. Yeah. I want to just blow my father love somewhere into the world, like a kiss into the universe, and watch it explode into a man.
This is a beautiful, violent metaphor that you've painted for us. Yeah. Blow my father love. I love that. I had to do that once.
I mean, there's just something about it. You know, you blew your father love.
I don't want to talk about that.
You said it, not me.
I don't remember any of that.
There's just something about seeing my face on someone else. You know,
Yeah.
I want that. I want to see that. I want to be like, yo, that's my face, but not my face.
You know what I would like, though? I would like if there was like a dial on the level of sentience that you could create. Like, I would love to pleasure myself into a pot of dirt and just grow a little tree, like one of like the screaming trees from Harry Potter. I wouldn't feel bad about that, you know. A little bonsai boy, you know, just a little bush.
Yo, that'd be crazy. That's such a great concept. Like, if you could like split your consciousness into like different forms, like you could grow little trees.
Come a chia pet. Yeah.
And they're all like your kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo.
But not a whole fucking guy. That's too much responsibility, you know?
That would be crazy, like a movie, and it's like, you know, this guy, he's weird, and you know he's weird. In the first 15 minutes, he's acting weird, and then he opens this door, and it's just a room full of chia pets, and they're all his kids.
Yeah. This
They're
is
all
something.
like screaming,
This is
help
something.
us, help.
I would like that.
That's probably what it would end up being. Like, they'd all get tortured. I mean, what kind of person would just have little chia people?
I would take care of them, but it's a big responsibility. You could have a garden of nightmares,
That's true.
you know, or you could have a forest of dreams.
Well, I mean, you could make like, you could do all kinds of things. If it doesn't have to be just be trees, it could be flowers, like flower like little flower ewes.
Yeah.
Little faces on the petal.
I'm just imagining like a nice suburban dad, you know, just going out in shorts, just waving, and then there's like a patch of dirt on the lawn where the grass isn't growing. He starts jacking off, just waving to kids. Hey, how are you doing?
You know, and it's like the beginning of a Disney movie, because when it turns into the flowers with faces, it's cute.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the part you don't see.
Yeah. I would like that. What, do you want kids?
Yeah, I have to have them. I gotta have them.
Court ordered?
Yeah. It's
What you
just
did? Yeah.
obligated. It's
Yeah.
obligated. My soul will not allow it if I do not. God said so. I just feel like it's important. It's probably one of those things you gotta do in life. And if you wait too long, you'll be like, fuck, dude, now I'm like 45 and I never had a kid. And you're gonna be like, oh, like even if you're the guy who's 25 and 35 who's like, I don't really want kids, you're gonna think when you're 45 or 55, oh damn, now it's kind of too late. You're always gonna think that. And it's never too late. But it's still, you kind of missed the window where it would have been the best time.
Right.
So I feel like that's where I'm at, because I'm 27 as we record, 27 and a half as we record this.
Nice. Yeah.
So I mean, I think as a man, that's like when you're in your prime mating age, right? I got like 5 to 10 years on me, and then after that, like I'm thinking I might just want to go Genghis Khan and just make as many me's as possible. And I don't know how that's gonna happen.
Right. Well, he did it
With consent. Like obviously, I'm not gonna just run around. But I'm just saying,
You might want to
like,
go Don Juan more than Genghis Khan. yeah. Probably go Genghis Khan. Yeah.
Don Juan. Ooh, Don Juan over Genghis Khan. That's a rap bar. Like
That is a rap bar. Yeah, you would love Mongolia. But you know what?
I like Mongolian barbecue. This is the same.
But see, here's the trick is, or the problem is that biologically perhaps we're in our prime mating years, but economically,
yeah, right.
Economically, we're 11.
Yeah,
you know, like
I'm a podcast rapper.
Yeah.
It's over. It's
Right.
over for me.
Right.
If this works, it was a miracle.
Yeah, you gotta do a cum garden.
Yeah.
I think you start with the cum garden.
They'll be like, "How did you do it?" I'll be like, "Well, it's a long story."
God gave me this gift. Yeah. I prayed unto him. Yeah.
Open up your palm and give me 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'll show you.
Well, I think that's how. I think that's how the ancient Egyptian cosmology starts. Is I believe that Ra masturbates and creates the world.
No way.
Yeah.
Is that really the story?
I think so. And there's another part where, Osiris. I might be getting parts of this wrong, but Osiris and Horus, because Horus is born. He's supposed to be. He's the big guy. And Osiris, who rules the underworld,
He sees everything.
He's
the one with all the eyes, right?
I think he might be. Yes. And he hates Horus because Horus is very special. and he there's some kind of contest for like, I don't know if it's decreed or just assumed, whoever comes on the other one wins. And somehow Osiris comes on Horus's hand, and then Horus's mom has him cut off his hand, and then Horus's mom jacks off Horus onto a salad, the devil's lettuce, and Osiris eats it, and that's how he loses the contest for the universe, because he thinks it's dressing, but it's actually Horus's semen. A lot of that is right, some detail, but the big picture is correct.
So they knew that jerking off was a part of life, for sure.
A very important one.
Like, they were into that.
There's a lot of philosophy of semen, you know. Aristotle said the semen is the form, which is more important, and the egg is the matter.
Did he really say? Because I know, he said so much about form and matter, because he was trying to split the two. So he said that, so wait, semen is the form and the egg is the matter, you say?
Yeah. And he said that,
okay.
He said that women, their blood runs too hot. Or no, they're cold.
He said a lot about women.
He did. He said they're too cold, so they don't get enough heat in their bodies within their heart to concoct the inoculation. I can't remember what the word is that makes semen. And he also said that women are the first
cold.
deformity. So he was like, women are cold-hearted monsters, and you should just hang out with. And then he was like, the purpose of life is to hang out with your guy friends and like talk to them.
Yeah, I think
like,
philosophy.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot of that in philosophy until like for 1,000 years. I think it actually took a while for that to. They're just like, yeah, we're the cool ones.
Yeah, I mean, we're still working on it. And that's why I'm getting large breasts. I'm trying to meet in the middle. Yeah.
And I think like you know, you could have your own philosophy of like the man with large breasts. You could like write your own philosophy novel at that point. There's like a whole different philosophy you're gonna have on your own at that point. I'm telling you, you could like start a cult of dudes who just do that.
I've been thinking about starting a cult for fun to make a.
I think I could pull it off.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Who are you gonna recruit? What are your people?
People. So this is the thing. Is what I would say is it's. What did I have? I had a name for it. We're symbolists. And so what we think is that everything in life is about symbols, and everything in life is a symbol. And if you view things this way, then you'll understand life as a whole more truly. So listen, if you think that you understand life now, think about anything. Think about when you were a child. Think about your deepest memories. Now understand that these memories are not anything but memories. They're symbols of what once was. And you are here now, and you're here with me, and that is a symbol. And I am not me, I am a symbol, and you are a symbol. And when you see this, you understand more truly what things really are, even though it seems as if you do not.
That's good, because to engage with it, I sort of have to give up the idea of knowing any reality, and everything can become a metaphor that it's like, and the symbol of me is to have, I fuck you.
That's where it always ends up. That's where it's going.
Yeah. It's like,
I didn't get there yet.
Have you seen this symbol? Yeah.
You got to give me 5 more minutes.
Yeah. I like that. Man.
This symbol is small, but you can make it bigger.
I think some cults are good, you know? I think
they start good. I think like even that idea I just presented, that idea is a good idea. It's just you could then take that idea and shape it to anything, and that's how cults tend to go. It's like you take this idea and then turn it into your like dark twisted fantasy.
And inevitably there's some kind of sexual monarch.
Scientology. I mean, there's truth in Scientology at the very core of it.
Have you read Dianetics or anything? Or
I haven't read it, but I've seen all kinds. Like I've looked into Scientology for hours and hours and hours, but I've never read any of the books. I should. But I mean, I think what initially got me into it was probably Leah Remini and her whole coming out thing, and then the story of David Miscavige's dad, and then there's all the Tom Cruise stuff you can find.
David Miscavige's dad, I don't know that.
Oh, so he escaped. He escaped Scientology.
Really?
And then he went on Joe Rogan, and it's funny because it's like a pretty bad Joe Rogan episode in the sense that Joe Rogan seems to have like something like no offense to him, no offense to anybody, but he had a bad experience with his dad, obviously. And so like his dad's named Joe Rogan, and he doesn't like talking about his dad and all kinds of things. And who could blame him? But because of that, I think he carries that into this David Miscavige thing, where it's this guy who abandoned his kid, and his kid is the devil. And so Joe Rogan's saying to him, like, well, you could have done more for him. You shouldn't have abandoned him. And it's like, as the viewer, you're like, no, Joe, this kid was the devil, and he's running Scientology. You run away. It's like if your kid held you prisoner and you had to escape the prison, like your kid imprisoned you and you had to escape, and then you go on the biggest podcast ever and the guy's like, well, maybe you could. It's and all the comments, it's not like this is an unpopular opinion. All the comments are like, oh, Joe, you should have brought him back, like, oh, this could have been better, this could have been better. And it's kind of a bummer because that's like the biggest interview this guy ever had. It's the best version of his story you can really find other than maybe reading his book. So but that's an interesting watch for sure, and that's another thing that got me into Scientology. Just seeing those things, being exposed to those things, and it's just an endless story. I mean, you could just look into it forever. I mean, and it only gets crazier.
I love good world building.
Oh, I mean, have you ever seen the movie The Master? It's Paul Thomas Anderson.
The Master.
That's actually another thing that probably introduced me more into it. Such a good movie, dude. Actually, that's my first Paul Thomas Anderson movie too.
Oh, he's so good. I gotta see One Battle After Another. Have you seen it?
Yeah, he's my favorite director. I think, at least modern director. He's my favorite director now. He's just the best.
I mean, honestly, I haven't watched all of his stuff, but I want to because I love.
You see Magnolia?
Haven't seen Magnolia. He just does these 3-hour epics, and they're good. Like I saw Boogie Nights a couple years ago for the first. It was incredible.
Yeah,
and incredible and funny and like. So
there's
crazy.
a good symbol at the end of that movie too.
That is a good symbol. Well, that's me teaching elementary school. Once I get the surgery, it's not my fault. It's not my fault.
Yeah, this is just a Mark Wahlberg impression. See, I'm just Dirk Diggler.
yeah. Don't look at my Diggler. My Digglers are up here, but
And you know too, Dirk Diggler, like the Dirk Diggler story. That was a student film he made like 5 to 10 years before he ever even made Boogie Nights. That was like something he made in high school. It was a student film.
Really?
It was like a short version of that, which is like his first movie ever was like about a porn star.
Yeah.
I mean, Boogie Nights even existing is crazy. Mark Wahlberg denounces that movie now. He doesn't like talking about it because he's a Christian.
Oh, right.
He's changed.
Right.
He doesn't associate with that
He's
movie.
like, that's all wrong. It was my real penis. That's all wrong, though.
Yeah. At the end, that was me, but everything else,
else, not good. Yeah.
I think Burt Reynolds didn't want to be in it, and that's a whole other part of it, and he's like one of the best parts of the movie. But yeah, Magnolia is the movie he made after Boogie Nights, and I think that's my favorite of all his movies. It's just so good. And then what is it? I mean, obviously There Will Be Blood.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh my god, that movie's so good. Actually, that might be the best one. It's so hard. His movies are the best. His movies are so good. Epics is a good way to put it, because his movies are weird. It's like they feel like they go on too long, but in like the perfect way.
Yeah, they're engrossing, but they're like, they really are like very long.
And the way that he writes too is just so unique. Like it's very human, the way that he writes and directs. Like I think that's, there's just it's and I've learned over time that that's called being an auteur director. That's the term for these people. And there's not too many of them anymore, which is kind of sad. It's an art that is harder and harder to maintain in the ever-increasing commercial world that we're in. It's hard to establish yourself as an auteur director now. I think a lot of the ones we have carried on from the 90s and the 2000s. There's a couple that are popping up, but for the most part, it's the ones from before. Because, like, how the fuck do you get the funding to write and direct your own independent, creative vision? That's the hard part, is, like, selling it to these people.
To have creative control. I mean, there are people who do...
Ari Aster is a good new auteur director. If you've seen every Hereditary and Midsummer and all that, he's good.
Have you seen his grad school film?
No.
Strange Thing About the Johnsons?
No.
Do you know what it's about?
No, I don't know anything.
The first, the opening scene is there's a kid in bed. It's like 12, 13, and he's jacking off, and his dad accidentally comes in. And the
Egyptians would love this.
Yeah, the Egyptians, it's very raw, and then the dad knocks on the door after closing. He's like, "Hey, buddy, sorry about coming in." I should have knocked, and there's nothing wrong with what you were doing. And the kid's like, I love you, Dad. And Dad's like, I love you too. And then he leaves the room, and you see that the son was masturbating to a picture of his father. And then the whole rest of the movie is an incredibly violent consequence of that scene.
Oh, nice.
It's insane. And he made it in grad school. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
See, kids, you got to start early.
You got to start. See, and both of them incredibly sexually lewd. You got to start. You got to do sex as a kid.
Sex, drugs, just make it as violent and mature as possible.
Right.
Start there. It'll only get better.
From Genghis Khan himself. Yeah.
It's actually probably good advice. You know?
Yeah.
In a weird way, that probably is like, if you're like 18 like to 23, that probably is like the best time to make the most graphic thing you possibly could.
Right, and have children. Have a lot of them.
Mm-hmm. Terrifier. Look at Terrifier. They did great. They followed that schematic pretty well.
Terrifier?
That's like, I haven't seen them yet, but I know exactly what they are. They're like, it's gore porn, but it's like gore porn that I guess it started as pure gore porn, and it had a big cult fan base, and then it established itself as like, it gave itself a story as they got more funding, and they just made shit tons of money off of each one. So like, they're up to the 4th one now, but it was the first one made a bunch of money.
Sounds familiar.
It's very
just
popular.
Excessive gore.
Yeah. And I'm not usually into gore porn. That's why I didn't watch it. Yeah. It's just not. I already feel like I know what it is. I'm going to watch it and I'm going to be like, yeah, I get it. But I just don't. I think it's my mom and me. I don't like that stuff.
Yeah.
I like Saw, but there's enough story in Saw to hold me. Whereas like, I feel like this was just going to be straight gore porn.
Yeah. I'm not titillated by viscera. I'm not Jeffrey Dahmer. I don't get a big kick out of it.
It's got to have a story at least.
Yeah.
I can watch that if there's a story and it's fun, but if it's literally just like people getting tortured and their face cut off, I'm like, well, I don't know.
Yeah. It's also the same thing with pornography. I'm like, well, who are you two?
I need to watch the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I need a storyline.
Both of them, I want someone to die by the end. Both horror and pornography. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the thing is, either way, I'm going to finish in like 3 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
So can we just stretch this out a little bit?
Terrifier, I hardly know her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Yeah, I feel like, and that's the whole thing with them though, is like they got more, which is interesting, and it makes me want to watch, is that they got money and then they made it have more of a story and a background and all of this.
Yeah.
And they did it kind of like backwards in that way too. And like someone had pointed out to me, because I've had a couple people who like work in kind of like the horror comedy world.
Yeah.
And I guess that's a thing where it's like, there's this weird blend of horror and comedy now. And horror is gaining popularity, so it only makes sense to lean into the comedy. Like it's almost like a meta thing in a way, even for a horror movie to be comedic.
Yeah.
And it's just getting more and more popular. Like,
it's interesting, like
because it didn't used to be like that.
Talking about auteurs, like
I guess it did though. The '80s, it was like very comedic in horror too. But auteurs, yes.
Well, horror can be very campy, and it's also like very taboo, and even cringe content is a kind of like mild social horror. Yeah. You watch like The English Office or Larry David, and you're like, oh my god, and it's the same thing with horror. You're like scared. Like Stephen Haas is a auteur around these parts, and a lot of his comedy has an aspect of horror. There's someone falling apart. They're having a psychological collapse. But it's true. I don't know what the what you could boil it down to, but there is a common substance in horror and comedy, and I think there's a lot of people who meld it well. Like I've also been trying to get into horror. It seems like the same, because stand-up comedy, at least, or comedy and horror are like, they're so trying to get a reaction out of you. It's very emotive. Yeah.
Yeah, you could say like they're very connected to the senses in that same way.
Yeah,
like,
they're sensational. Yeah.
Because I mean, it's like an involuntary reaction with both. Both of them are meant to shock you.
Maybe that's why Scary Movie works so well.
Wow, right?
It's such an easy twist from like the Exorcist girl puking blood to her, or puking everywhere, to her just doing that on someone's face. It's like, now this is funny.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
to recontextualize it.
Yeah.
And horror, I think, is inherently comedic in this way. Like, I never really realized it until somebody pointed this out to me.
Yeah.
Because it is kind of comedic. And like, you know, as I was talking to you, I just come to this realization. It's always been that way. You know, you look at horror in like the 70s and the 80s, and it's still funny in a sense. There's a lot of comedy in horror. Like, it never wasn't there. Like I said, campiness.
Yeah.
Like, campiness is inherently funny,
Yeah.
but it's also like serious in a way. Like, that's what makes it campy, is if it's
Yeah.
played straight. I always
Yeah.
think it's so funny to watch an older movie, and I'm trying to figure out like if it's campy on purpose or not. Because
Yeah.
sometimes it is, and sometimes it isn't.
Sometimes it's just absurd because it's so different. You can't relate to it.
Yeah, there's movies from the 2000s that are like, it was still happening in the early 2000s,
Yeah.
where like you watch a movie, you're like, is this serious? Or
Yeah,
are they
yeah.
really doing this? Or is
Yeah,
this like,
yeah.
are they being funny?
Yeah.
Because like campiness was alive and strong. It's kind of died by now, but it
Yeah.
was still riding until probably like 2010.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's just odd to see like that the blend of genre, and I think like it's interesting how it's been embraced over time, because now you see a lot of horror comedy movies, especially in like the indie world.
Well, Jordan Peele just made that whole
You're right.
transition.
You're
Yeah,
right. He
yeah.
kind of you could say he even like led people into it.
Did you
in
watch
this way.
Dave? The Little Dicky show?
No.
It's actually an incredible show. But
I've heard that on FX.
There are like whole horror episodes. in
And
it.
also he's got like I know that Andrew Santino's in it. Are there other comedians that are in the show? Does he have other comedians appearing on it?
Oh, there are. I can't think of any of them, but I mean the acting is great. But there's one of the last episodes of the last season is phenomenal, and it's basically horror. It's like
Interesting.
a suspense, psychological, Die Hard almost. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and I think too, like, I think blurring the lines between those kinds of things is the best thing you can do. Like, if I were to make anything at all, like I think the way Stephen Haas, is that how you pronounce his name?
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
always wondered.
Yeah, it's Haas. Yeah.
Haas.
Yeah.
The way his Instagram is like Steven has Insta, which fucks my brain up. It looks like it says Steven has Insta. I don't know if did you do that on purpose?
I don't think he did. He's not a big pun guy.
So that's my rap brain. That's
Yeah,
Ruse
yeah,
rap brain at work, because that's how I've always read it. Like Steven has Insta.
Yeah.
I thought that was the joke.
Yeah. That's good though. I appreciate that because I never got that. Yeah.
I think that's why I mispronounce his name in my brain.
Yeah.
But anyway, the way he makes things, it's like if I'm making a rap song, I shouldn't be making it to be a rapper, or I should listen to an instrumental and make the song that comes to my mind. It's like if you're making a skit, you should make the skit that makes sense, not the skit that's funny, right? Because
Sure.
like people will find it like usually one thing about like a lot of his things is like it's not like a bunch of punchlines one after another. It's like the whole concept of the thing is what's funny, and then it plays out the concept, and it's like kind of like a
Sure.
situational humor,
Yeah.
rather than just being a bunch of like jokes rapid fire, which I
Yeah.
think is more funny in a sense.
Yeah.
Right? And like that's something that most people don't do now. Most
Yeah.
people are just trying to be funny over and over and over.
Yeah.
Whereas it's more funny if you actually are just playing on like it's almost like that's how comedy used to be. It used to
Yeah.
be a bunch of skits and like act outs, and you're playing
Yeah.
out a situation and you find a joke in what's funny about that. That's a lot of that's what Seinfeld was. I mean, that's literally the entire show of Seinfeld is situational humor.
Yeah.
And so I feel like people don't do it that much anymore. And
Yeah.
that's more of a creative thing to do. Because again, it's like if I'm writing a song and I'm not trying to write the best rap song, I'm just trying to write the best song and
Yeah.
just finding the best song rather than trying to please like a certain group of people.
Yeah.
Because you'll catch more people if you do it in that way. Don't just make a horror movie, but it
Yeah.
can be funny. It can be anything.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't have to be anything at all. Like if Lil Dicky even making that show. Like he could just be a rapper and just do all that,
Yeah.
but instead he makes a drama show on FX.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to do that. you know?
Yeah, no,
And I think it
it's
makes all these
interesting.
people who would never see him like now they're into the stuff he's doing.
Yeah.
But if you just box yourself in, you know, it's very
Yeah.
easy to just not do anything but the one thing.
Yeah,
And I think
yeah.
you learn from all that other shit too, like by doing
Yeah.
5 different things. Like
Yeah.
you go in. I think if you did horror stuff, you'd learn weirdly, like you'd learn comedy lessons along the way with horror. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's just how life is, you know.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, so I could like scare people in my comedy set, and it'd be funny.
I mean, that is actually the note I've gotten the most. I got to wrap up in 5 minutes here, by the way. That's the note I've gotten the most is you're scaring us.
See, but you need to do it on purpose. Yeah, you need to figure out how to do it on purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
The problem is you're not doing it intentionally.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I am, and then I think by the end we're cool, though. But,
I see.
But no,
you're trying to scare them. So
so.
What are your methods of scaring people on stage? What do you do?
I think that
you didn't scare me today. I'm kind of disappointed.
Yeah,
Can you scare me? Can you figure out a way to freak me out? You got to have something in you that's going to scare me. You said 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes to scare me.
All right. If you don't get sober, I think it's going to ruin your life. You're not going to accomplish what you want to.
Oh, dude, I'm fucking okay. I'm going to piss my pants.
Hey, you got the big book right up there, Alcoholics Anonymous.
Alcoholics Anonymous. There it is.
That's all I got from you.
I'm so glad to hear you say that because someone pulled that book out recently.
Yeah.
And then people keep pointing it out, and I'm like, I got to keep it on the very top because just something about the book, Alcoholics Anonymous, being on the top of the pile.
Yeah.
Everybody notices it.
Yeah.
It's
it
a
is
phenomenon.
interesting. It is interesting. I did notice. I mean, I
don't know what it is. You just hit it at the very end because I want to see how many. The last episode, he pointed it out, and I'm like, I'm gonna take the book down. And then I said, you know what? No, I'm keeping the book there because I want to see how many times this happens.
Yeah.
You just kept it up. You just like if there was a ball and we were playing volleyball. You just hit the ball.
Yeah.
You didn't realize it, and you hit the ball.
That's where I came from. I was at a meeting right before this.
Playing volleyball?
No, I was at an AA meeting right before. That's where I sped from.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm so happy for you. How long have you been sober, for real?
This time 4 months.
Oh, good for you, dude.
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I truly do. I go through phases with weed. I'm just about to run out of weed.
Yeah.
Every time I've learned, it goes in waves for me. I actually love being sober, and I think that it's way better for me. But the problem is, I also love marijuana so much, and I think it also does good things for me.
Yeah.
And I think I am productive, but I could be more productive if I'm being honest with myself. And so it's like this dichotomy constantly because I know that both are true. It's not as if one is exclusively true.
Yeah.
It's that there's pros and cons to both. And ultimately, I think sobriety is the higher path. I think it's just better. I think your soul knows the truth.
I wouldn't be sober unless I had to. I was gonna die. I was going insane. So
but that's what happens to me. I go in waves, and then I'm like, okay, I have to stop, or else I will get to that point where I'm going insane. I see it coming, and I have to stop myself.
Yeah.
Because I know it. I've been through it, so it's if I do this again, I'm gonna get there.
Yeah, I know.
It's ridiculous. Because when I'm sober, I'm like, I don't ever need to do it. I'm just gonna stay away forever.
Yeah.
This is the best me I could ever be.
Yeah.
And then I smoke weed one time.
Yeah.
Alcohol's never really been. It's always been weed for me.
Yeah.
I'll smoke weed one time, and I'll be like, oh yeah. And even sometimes it'll be when I smoke the weed, not right away. I'll smoke the weed, I'll be like, oh, I feel kind of funny. I kind of like being able to think straight. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then an hour later, I'm like, I kind of smoke more weed.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Every single time.
Yeah.
You'll think, if you're an addict, you'll think oh, no. I'll just do it once. It's never once. And people who aren't, don't have an addict mind. They don't know what that means. They're like, why can't you just do it once? No, it's not like that. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Doing it once is not doing it once ever. It's not how it works.
No, it is. I mean, the last
That's
time...
what they tell you in AA. It's
the last time I went on a binge, I was like, okay. It was 6 p.m. I was like, at 6 p.m. I was like, I'm going to have one beer. 4 hours later... smoking crack I stole.
That's literally it.
Yeah.
It's literally it.
Yeah.
They don't it was funny. There's again I think it was Russell Brand on Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan offers him some CBD, and Russell Brand's like, oh, all right, are you sure there's no weed in it? You sure there's no weed in it? And Joe Rogan's like, yeah, I got you. And then Russell Brand looks at the thing, and it's 1 THC CBD, and he's like, oh no, I can't have that. And then it's just funny again, seeing the difference, because again, Joe Rogan's this guy who's never struggled with addiction, whereas Russell Brand's this guy who's notoriously spiraled out, and so he's like, no, bro, you don't understand. I can't even get close to this. I can't even touch it.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
Which is crazy. It's crazy to think. I've never gotten to heroin, but I could. I see it in myself. Don't offer it to me. Don't you ever offer it to me.
I don't have any on me, believe me. I never tried it, but I'm like, shoot, should have got that in before I stopped.
See, one day, like, somebody's going to see this podcast and they'll come up to the two of us together and they'll be like, I heard you guys talking and I know that you're going to want to try. And they'll get both of us at the same time.
Yeah, well, I'm going to beat him to death with my copy of the big book, of the AA book.
If you have it on you.
Yeah, I will. I'm strapped. I'm strapped with it. I got big tits and a big book. Yeah.
And with that being said, the way we end this show is with two things.
Okay.
This is a show for children, obviously. It's a show for kids.
Oh, yeah.
And so at the very end, we do a message for the children, all right? So they're on the school bus, and they're about to get off. They got their headphones on. And they're about to get off. They're taking their headphones off, and they're going to enter life. And they're going to use your knowledge, your wisdom, in order to live a better life, a stronger life, a more spiritually fulfilling life, because whatever you say is going to guide them. And I know that you got it in you. You've proved it throughout this hour. So now you're just putting the cherry on top of the knowledge tree, the Christmas tree, and you're the angel on top. Well, the information is the wisdom, but you see the picture I'm painting here. And second, the social medias, where people can find you because they've spent all this time with you. They got to know the places where they can see your faces. So this is where you encapsulate that in a short format. The floor is yours.
Wow, children, come hither. See, I would say to you, children of various ages, your words are very important. Your words are very important, and it's also very important you figure out what they mean, and that you figure out where your humility stops and ends. Because you may take a lifetime to learn what your words mean and what other words mean. And you're always going to have passions, and you're always going to have reason, and you're not going to know which one has supremacy. But also, you're going to be full of shit, and when you're angry at someone else, a lot of the time it's your fault, so you have to let it go. Pray to God. Hold God in high esteem. Wait for him if he doesn't come to you, or her. Maybe God is the guy with big tits. And, yeah. Have humility. I am at Harry_VJJ, and you can see me at Red Room Comedy Club, at Red Room Comedy Club. It's been a pleasure.
Look at that. We got big tits and a hairy vajayjay.
Wait, too.
Big tits and a hairy vajayjay, dude. Like, both of those together, what a combo. You could be the big titted hairy vajayjay. That could be your whole name.
Yeah, that's a great sticker. Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't get it until you see the sticker. Ooh, the visual of that.
Yeah, I need merch.
You need merch for sure. But kids, that is a beautiful message, because it's actually very smart. Etymology, boys and girls, all right? You know, one thing I learned with, like, in terms of, like, debate or logic is literally if I don't agree with what we're talking about, like, if I don't know what I'm saying and you don't know what you're saying, we can never even have a conversation. So you got to start with yourself. That's a beautiful point. You should always start with yourself. You should always learn to communicate. And also, learning to communicate is the strongest thing you could ever do, because all of life is that. You know, it's the reason that I make art, is because it's the most powerful form of communication that I have ever found. It allows me to do that in a way that is unparalleled to anything else, and it allows me to exercise that, and it allows me, and that's why I love doing something like this, and I think that that's why people listen to things like this, is because we all want to communicate. So yeah, that's a great idea. It's a great thing to say, is that we should all just focus on that, just learning to communicate our own ideas, because it's the best thing you could do, and you'd be amazed at the power of that, of just saying what is on your mind. So yeah, with all that being said, big double C's. Nope, just regular C's. Just regular C's.
Thank you very
much.
much.
I don't want to go crazy now.
Not minus, not plus.
And a hairy vajayjay here on VJJ. I apologize. I'm getting a little wild. I'm sorry. Here on
Quite frightening.
Ruse Radio. Clocking out. Double down, competition couldn't help him to rock. Missed the whole time, holy fell through the flock. That's an ordinary miracle, wealth to the block. It's a balance in the character that's calm and collect. It's apparent his caricature is lost in the